unessential parcels of a production, but extras make the movie. I mean, they're the background, they're the filler. Otherwise, you just have a line on the screen. You know, extras, the production does all the work, the fanfare and the pageantry. Otherwise, you just see somebody doing a monologue on the screen. Everybody's important. There are no stars. Nonetheless, because we're all entertainers. I mean, we all work hard. We all struggle. There are those who forget about us and forget where they came from and consider themselves stars and famous and look down upon other people and so on and so forth. You're going to have that. No sect, no category, no group is 100%. They're not immune to percentages. They're not immune to controversy. They're going to be the haves and have-nots, the positives and the negatives, the benefits and the detriments. So just because we're one family of actors doesn't mean that everybody's going to get along, agree, or anything like that. It just so happens that we all do the same thing. But nonetheless, I mean, I worked on West Wing with Martin Sheen. Got to meet Martin Sheen. Worked with them for a couple of days. And a lot of people might ask, you know, why didn't you ask these people for help? Everybody wants a piece of them. Everybody wants their money. Everybody wants their help. Everybody wants a job. Everybody wants this. And yeah, I'm more in need of those things, but I just don't bother people because it just seems like people just don't want to be bothered. And there's a need to want to be successful oneself and to put forth one's best foot. Yeah, to get opportunity and to have providence and to be blessed, sure. But there's still like a desire to want to achieve something, make something of oneself. But like, I mean, I made $400 an hour doing America's Most Wanted as the starring actor. It's like my first real starring role, and I just did another video where I got $300 an hour. The problem is I only worked 1 hour. It would have been great if I'd have worked a week, right? If I'd have worked a week, man, what a paycheck. But the point I'm making here is that minority wage earners and people who make minimum wage have substandard lives, substandard lifestyles, substandard incomes. It's not because they're not trying. It's not because they don't want to put forth the effort to be successful. It's because the door isn't there. They're doing whatever they can to survive. They're going at it 100%. They're just not succeeding. So, and it's pretty phenomenal that I was doing all that stuff. It was like, I mean, it's like coming from fantasy to reality. I'm glad it's not like drinking coffee and then eating ice, you know, that would break you in two. But yeah, I'd love to have the kind of stability that a career move would give me. I'm just an artist. I'm an artist in an unappreciative world. People appreciate decadence, abuse, vile, despicable, disgusting, loathsome things. And those are the things that they gravitate to. But trust me, the first opportunity that I get, I'm going to pull myself out of this situation. It's just that the opportunity has to be there. I'm around it all the time. I'm around everything this world has to offer. I even worked for, like, people of notable social status. But it was all temporary. It wasn't career. It was just jumping from one thing to another, because a lot of people's lives are like that. A lot of people don't have this stability that people presume upon them. Their lives aren't peachy keen. They're not rosy. They're not great. Their lives are a struggle, especially people who work on commission only. Those people struggle the most. At any rate, I just did this ditty right here to show how fantastic a lot of the sides of my life are. I mean, I go from working on a Hollywood film. I just worked on Salt with Angelina Jolie and Liev Schreiber. And I mean, we were in the same vicinity working together for a common cause. And they were great actors. They were very considerate, very nice, very supportive, and very professional. I mean, I had a blast. And then I went back to sleeping in my truck that night till I had to be on set the next day. And again, I'm not going to come on set and say, hey everybody, I sleep in my truck, I'm homeless, can you help me please? I mean, I'm working, and if opportunity lends itself, there are times when I will suggest the situation to people, but the response is usually always the same. Good luck, I wish you the best, oh wow, that's terrible, or something like that. Nobody's like, oh my god, let me help you out right now. I know millionaires that can live off the interest of their bank accounts, 1/4 of it. Or somebody could, I've had innovative thoughts about, being rich and meeting somebody who needed help and buying a place and being their landlord and renting them some apartment or something for a very meager amount per month. Anybody's capable of doing that. It's just, there's so much information out there. Finding these specifics it's a long and arduous journey, and a lot of us want it immediately, and we don't get the lesson that's involved in the journey. And I guess that's what's going on in my life. There's a lesson going on that I'm not getting, and I'm suffering this humiliation, desperateness, and frustration till I get the lesson, I guess. I know it might seem like it's hard to believe that I'm dealing with this, that I'm suffering this, that I'm going through this because of my attitude during these narrations and whatnot. But what else am I going to do? This is my story. Somebody has to tell it, and nobody knows it but me. So, and a lot of people that hear it say I should tell it. So, that's my intent. My intent is to tell my story. It's to, convey a message that hopefully will benefit somebody. Maybe someone in the similar situation, the same situation, the better situation, worse situation, never been in the situation before in their life, but are empathetic and can live the situation vicariously through the narrative or through the projection, the animation, the storyteller. If you can live vicariously through the storyteller, like people do these Harry Potter things and all this other stuff, there are plenty of stories out there. People who almost died before they made it, or were almost dead before they made it. I think Whoopi Goldberg and a few people are like that. It was like the last straw. My last straw was a long time ago. Anyway, winter, cold, freezing, hungry, and nature calls. So take care. Till that time. Bye.